So piecewise functions. So there are functions that require more than one formula in order to obtain the given output. From our previous lesson, we only have one output. But for this, we can have one formula to more than one formula in order to obtain the given output. There are instances when we need to describe situation in which a rule or relationship changes as the input value crosses certain boundaries. So take note of this. Rule or relationship changes as the input value crosses certain boundaries. In this case, we need to apply what we call the piecewise function. So a piecewise function is a function in which more than one formula is used to define the output. So each formula has its own domain, and the domain of the function is the union of all these smaller domains. We notate this idea like this. So we have f of x. Use the formula 1 if x is in the domain 1. Use formula 2 if x is in the domain 2. And use formula 3 if x is in the domain 3, and so on. So because we can have more than one formula. To illustrate this, let's try to have these examples. Example 1 is, a user is charged $250 monthly for a particular mobile plan, which includes 200 free text messages. So messages in excess of 200 are charged 1 peso each. Represent the monthly cost for text messaging using the function T of M, where M is the number of messages in a month. So the function is T of M. We have the conditions. 250 monthly for a particular mobile plan, which includes 200 free text messages. But if it exceeds the 200 text messages, it will be charged 1 peso per text. So what is the piecewise function? The key or the boundary here is 200. So how much will you pay if you are only able to send less than 200 or less than? So we can have this. We are going to pay 250 if the messages is less than or equal to 200. As you can see here, we have M is between 0 to 200. It would mean that even though you have not used or you have not sent any messages, you are still going to pay 250. Why? Because you are having a plan. The same case when you register only text messages, but you are not able to use the only, you have still to pay. Some sort like that. So we have messages is greater than 0, but less than or equal to 200. You are going to pay 250 for sending messages of not exceeding 200. But in case the messages sent were more than 200, what will be the function? That is 250 plus M. Why 250 plus M? Because in here, you're going to compute M, 250 plus M. You have to add the number of text messages you have sent in excess to the 200 free text messages. For in here, this is for 200 text